How's it going, Fish fam? Welcome back to a brand new video. If this is your first time checking out the channel, what's up? My name is Gabe. You can also find me at SpartnFish pretty much everywhere on the internet. Bro, the last time we were watching One Piece was a little bit rough. It was a little bit rough. I almost made it away clean without crying over a boat. I almost made it out clean. But in the end, I cried over a fucking boat, dude. I cried over a fucking boat. They did such a good job with that scene, man. It was pretty much that whole episode leading into like the actual death of the Mary. I was like, damn, I imagine a spot that a lot of people cry at, but I don't think I'm gonna cry. This doesn't seem like a scene that's really gonna get me very emotional. And I was right until Luffy started crying. Once Luffy was cooked, I was cooked. If I see that dude get emotional, it does something. I don't know. I am hoping, I know we have a couple of fillers coming up in the not too distant future, but we are for the most part pretty close to Eni's lobby, so you at this point you guys should be pretty familiar with how we do things around here. You know, we watch a whole saga, we do a review video of my favorite parts of the arc, and then I of course give you my tier list ranking. Honestly, the tier list character ranking takes so long to film that I think this time what I'll probably do is live stream it. I will make sure to put out a post. This video might even come out after I put out that post. I'm not entirely sure. Just because I try and film a little bit in advance just to make sure I'm not like scrambling at the last minute, or if I, you know, run into planning issues or something like that, you guys aren't missing One Piece videos. I'm okay with missing uploads on my like weekly stuff, you know, like things that are continuously airing right now, and just having to make that up because I can't do anything about that. But for One Piece, that I can really easily control. So I'm trying my best to make sure that doesn't happen. I've been missing live streaming, honestly. I miss it. I miss it. It's something I did for a long fucking time, and I just haven't done it in a couple of years at this point. But I miss it. So if you are interested in checking that out, I have my Twitch down in the description of every video. So, not a ton left to say. Let's just get into it. Alright, back to Water 7. I'm kind of bummed actually, because I know I already talked about it during like the actual Buster Call stuff, but I was watching some of those videos recently, and one thing I talked about before we knew like what Vice Admirals were coming is I was imagining it was going to be Aokiji and GARP, but we still haven't seen them in forever. Yeah, Buddy's got to get a new sword. You guys are gonna have to, was that? Yeah. That was that one of the cursed swords? I can't remember which one was. You guys will have to remind me about like which sword was which. Because it's been a minute and I haven't really. I'm still on my first watch through. I'm not really a One Piece rewatcher yet, you know? Everyone, hey, yo, okay. Polly got a new fit? Polly got a new fit? Okay. But Polly, the women are so modestly dressed. They're just your type. How often did they say Aqua Laguna comes? Was it like a once a year type thing? Bro, why couldn't you just always wear a shirt? Just wear a shirt all the time. Bro, I still can't get over the fucking names of those Yagaras. That's so ridiculous. So I imagine Frankie is helping build a boat then. Yeah, they're very depressed. Yeah, they're all very depressed. Get away. He said, yeah, I'll replace cauliflower. Bro, having the giants work at a fucking shipyard? That probably helps a lot. That probably helps a lot. Yeah, bro. 5 minutes of work. Bro, how long are Dory and Brogy? Are they ever gonna come off that island? Bro, you better get your ass back over there and say, hey, can I please join the gang? I admit my pride led me to making a horrible mistake. I apologize. It's like, yeah, I'm a fucking villain. What are you gonna do? I'm a worldwide villain now. I like that all of the snails look like the characters, but for icebergs, it just has like a little blue hair. That's it. Wait, what? Like the whole island? You're gonna turn the whole island into a fucking ship? I literally just... The episode that I posted just recently, I was just ranting and raving about how insane the infrastructure is in One Piece. But, you know, anytime they say they can do something, I'll just say, okay, yeah, sure, why not? Special pirate room. Yeah. Sanji's just standing there cooking all day.
No.
Damn, bro, I have that exact outfit. Yeah, bro, she's a navigator, bro. She's depressed. She can't navigate anything. Oh, shit. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. The fucking tangerine trees, dude. That's all she had from home. That's the only thing she had from her fucking mom. You didn't need to make it sadder. It was already sad enough. You didn't need to be like, yeah. And also, the only memento Nami has to remember her family was also destroyed. It's at the bottom of the fucking ocean now. And what are they gonna do about scurvy? They're all just gonna have scurvy now. No vitamin C. Oh, no. Yeah, Nami's just clinically depressed at this point. I'm very upset. I just went on a whole ass monologue, bro. They really jebaited me and made me go on a whole ass monologue. 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, y'all are some dickheads, actually. Wait, so do they still have some money then? Or no? Oh wait, no, because Frankie spent all their money, right? I'll take care of you. Damn. So yeah, we're watching you. We got our fucking eye on you. Try and run off again. We're gonna be pissed off. Yeah, that's all we needed. We needed the trees. That's what we needed. Not a boat. Or at a minimum, I assumed, because the week that I was introduced to Frankie on, like, in the show, like, the week I was introduced to Frankie in this show was the week where his voice actor announced he was retired. So I knew what I get news, you know? So I kind of knew what the scoop was going into this. It's hard not... I watch too much anime, so I get anime news, you know? So I knew this shit was coming. Well, I'm assuming this is the conversation where Frankie's gonna ask to join the crew, right? But we'll see, we'll see. We talking about Ohara right now? Chopper's like, bro, I don't care about this tree. That's so he used your money to buy wood for a boat. Damn. Using the wood of the oldest tree on the planet. The oldest, strongest tree on the planet. Nope. Nope. Bro is still just sitting there blowing fucking snot bubbles. Okay, so he's literally just doing the exact same thing that Tom did, right? Bro is even using the same tree. Different people doing the exact same shit the last generation did. Remember I asked about GARP at the beginning of this episode? Bro, how do you know he's still sleeping? You're not even there. He doesn't know how to fucking get back to the ship company, bro. Bro, just ask someone to take you, please, I beg you. Gonna turn this, yep, don't, yeah. How? Bro, that one doesn't even make any goddamn sense. At this point, he's better off just following the fucking Marines and they'll lead him there. Hey, yo, is that Kobe? I know I saw pink hair, bro. Is that Kobe? Bro, y'all about to get your ass beat. Yeah, that's fucking Kobe, bro. Why are they hiding his face if it's not, right? No reason to hide a random Marine's face unless it's Kobe. Alright, bro. You can't use the front door like a normal ass person? He's still asleep? Alright, so I'm gonna pause it real quick right there. It's almost at the end of the episode anyways, but I'm gonna pause it right there. I've seen the live action. We've talked about this before. I know about Luffy's familial ties. I know who his grandpa is, and I know who his dad is. Alright? So if that's what this big reveal is about to be across these, like, this set of episodes, I'm sorry. You're not gonna get a... Whoa! It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna pog my face off. I will do it for the thumbnail, but not in the video. The thumbnail for this video, probably entirely clickbait. Yeah, probably entirely clickbait. Eventually, there will be something that really shocks me in One Piece. And then I'll be like, oh! Stick around for that instead. Alright. Now, I'm imagining we're right at the end of the episode. So let's just... There it is. The bigger... He's his what? Bro, I'm gonna be making a big old face. I'm gonna be making a big old face in the thumbnail. Alright, here it is. Here. This will be the thumbnail. Ready? Grandpa! Alright, well I mean, it is unfortunate that, like, one of the major big... Bro, imagine if I didn't know. I'd be tweaking right now. If I didn't know? I mean, I said it, I said it when we were doing, like, the Kobe Meppo training montage. Like, when that whole thing was happening. God, when was that? That was, like, back... Was that, like, in Alabasta? Or was that before Alabasta? It was, like, I think in between East Blue and Alabasta, but, like, after Logetown. Somewhere in there is when that happened, right? But when all that was going on, I said, you know, I think I would have known because of how much this dude eats. The only person who eats this much is Luffy. So I think I would have pieced it together, but, you know, we'll never know if I'm actually that smart or not, or if that's just, you know, me patting myself on the fucking back and saying that I would have figured it out. But for the sake of argument, let's just say, you know, I would have definitely figured it out. I would have definitely. But yeah, so I imagine we're about to get into the family dynamics, family drama portion of One Piece. So yeah, I'm here for it. Let's just get into the next episode.
Luffy no chichi.
Bro, why the fuck you punch me in the head? Yeah, Monkey D. GARP. So I'm assuming Luffy is...
Luffy,
also, yes, I saw his middle initial was D, because I know immediately when he was... Did you see his middle initial? Yeah, bro, I saw it. Chill out. Did him and Ace train under? I imagine it's going to be like a major character reveal later in the show, right? But they're dropping that shit right now. I let you train with my friend. I trained you to become a strong Marine. Bro, my brain... Oh, damn, bro, that... You got corrupted by red hair. Please, Grandpa, don't beat my ass. I'm tired, Grandpa. Bro, you fell asleep too. Bro, look at this VeggieTales ass animation right now. They're like, whatever. Usopp just sitting there watching him get his ass beat. Damn. They didn't even remaster the animation for this. They're just literally using the old clip. Like, obviously from this, but I know I've definitely heard Shanks VA from something else. Yeah. One of the 4 emperors of the Grand Line. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, he beat the shit out of them, right? Yeah. Okay, it's too weird that they gave them, like, personality just to have Zoro off-screen beat their ass. Are they, like, from a cover story or something? Like, is that what it is? Yeah, Zoro's just beating all the Marines' ass. Yeah, that's Kobe, bro. Damn, he aged up. Kobe got like 3 feet taller, bro. How long has it been? It hasn't been that long. How'd he get... Not Helmeppo. Not Helmeppo. Kobe versus Luffy? It's the 6 powers, right? Kobe knows at least one of them. Kobe knows at least one of the 6 powers? Probably more, I'm assuming, at this point. Bro, how long has it been since they saw them? Because Kobe looks like... Golly. Okay. Okay. I was not expecting this to have a Luffy versus Kobe fight, but I'm kind of here for it. Okay. Is he gonna hit you with finger pistols? Yeah, Zoro already dusted Helmeppo. Luffy already dusted Kobe. Okay. So it wasn't that big of a fight. Yes, Sergeant Kobe? Bro, ever since you were little then. Yeah, he said the Kobe I know is short as fuck. He's a little shrimp.
あのコビ。
二人がいると聞いて、いても立ってもいられなくて。
Luffy's just freaked.
今の僕たちがあるのはお二人のおか。
Oh, so he outranks Helmeppo? He outranks Helmeppo. That's so funny. Bro, by the end of this series, it's gonna be 4 Emperor Luffy versus Vice Admiral Kobe. That's crazy. Alright, 3, 2, 1, play. Meanwhile, Helmeppo is dressed like fucking Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Yeah. He's like, you grow like 3 feet, bro. Let's boogie. Bruh. Yeah, you're making your underlings fix the shit you broke? What? What? He doesn't know who his... Bro, how do I know who his dad is, but he doesn't know who his dad is? Never... That's crazy, bro. Dragon just went out for milk one day and never came back. Bro went out for a devil fruit, never came back home. That's crazy. What an asshole, bro. Wait, but he still showed back up in Logetown and saved them for no fucking reason? Like, why did he show back up then? Smoker is my dad? Wait, is Daddy my dad? Yeah. Actually, I was lied to. It's not Dragon. Daddy is actually Luffy's dad. That's why he's called Daddy. What about Eneru, bro? What are you gonna do against Eneru? Listen, I know it wasn't actually... it wasn't actually Eneru. I know, bro. It was just a joke. Golly. Those, bro, I want a Godly Law shirt now. Those things look sick. So all the Marines know him. He's like, yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is, bro. It's like, no, bro. Bro, it's so good that Luffy is clueless about everything. It really makes it so the audience gets to learn a lot of information, you know? Because, you know, if Luffy knew who Dragon was, then we wouldn't have to have this discussion where we examine everything that Dragon has ever done in his past. But since Luffy is as clueless as we are, you know, we get a lot of extra information and context into things that we might not otherwise get. Ah, he's like, I know who I'll ask. I'll ask someone who can actually explain shit. Okay, I like that she said, yeah, pirates wouldn't start a fight with the Navy or the government. When she said pirates wouldn't start a fight with it, I was thinking of the the FBI warnings that they used to play. You wouldn't steal a car, you know? I was thinking of that shit. Listen, I know that's not like what happened in Alabasta, but I mean, like, was he like an inspiration to them?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, him and Luffy are so fucking similar. Yeah, we'll use that picture. Okay, so I imagine for someone who was not already aware of GARP and Dragon, this episode would have been like, holy shit, what a huge like mind fuck of information. That's insane. We just got such a huge lore drop. In my case, as someone who was already aware of a lot of this information, obviously I was not aware that that Dragon is the leader of the Revolutionary Army. We did have that scene, I don't even remember when it I think it happened during Skypiea, I want to say, where we had like all of the vice admirals kind of gathering around, and they were all literally talking about Dragon, and they were talking about Shanks and Whitebeard. So we had like that whole scene, which, you know, is a lot of the information that we got during this like set of episodes as well. I like the fact that they added a lot of context for sure, but for me, those biggest reveals that were supposed to be like the major new information that we were going to be getting across these episodes, obviously that's all stuff that like I already kind of went into this episode knowing. I am pretty stoked that we got to like meet back up with Kobe and Helmeppo. That was not something that I was expecting to have happen so soon. I was thinking they were gonna like make a reappearance a lot later into the show. Like I figured Kobe and Helmeppo had to come back at some point, because why else would we have gotten that whole scene where they're like going through their training sequence if there was going to be no plan of us getting to see them again? So it made sense that we got to see them. I just did not think it was going to happen like so quickly. I mean, granted, I guess it's been 200 something episodes since we saw them, so maybe a couple more episodes left before we finish up the Water 7 saga. So I'm curious at this point where we're kind of just seeing everything wind back down. I just honestly, I don't even know what I'm in. I don't even know what the name is of like the saga or the arc that comes up after Water 7 or post Water 7. So like the previous video, and they were like, so did it get good yet? I was like, yeah, bro. I wouldn't be watching it if it wasn't good. I started the videos assuming it was probably good, but like not really knowing if it was going to be something that I actually ended up wanting to watch long term. And then, you know, it's something that fucking grows on you. I'm not sure if I would like be such a fan of One Piece if I had watched it, if I like had to watch it weekly. This is not a show that I would want to watch weekly by any means, but I know eventually I'm gonna get to that point. But yeah, the One Piece is definitely not a show I would want to watch weekly, but I'm stoked that I am watching it. Yeah, let me know what you guys thought. Let me know what I should expect on the next set of episodes, and if you want to see the rest of my One Piece journey, if you want to see the rest of my, if you want to see the other movies, music, shows that I'm watching here on the channel, make sure you hit the subscription button down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one.